fan of Long Way Round and Long Way Down, where Ewan McGregor and Charlie Boorman just went mad on bikes. Charlie's off again, and he joins us in the studio now. Good afternoon, Charlie.
Good afternoon, guys.
Where are you off to this time?
I'm doing another show on my own this time. It's called By Any Means, and I leave from my hometown in Ireland to Sydney, kind of overland. And Russ is going to be coming along as well.
Charlie and I have been great friends now for over 4 years.
This is the sort of fourth project I'd have done with Russ.
So this is how it all started. This is my boarding pass when I went on a trip to Valencia with Charlie. And I said, wouldn't it be great to go from London to Sydney? What an iconic trip. By any means of transport that's appropriate to the country that we're going through.
So I get to ride, drive, sail, donkey, yak, elephant, tuk-tuks, you name it. I'm trying to basically do it without taking any commercial airlines, doing it the sort of old-fashioned way.
We're literally diagonally going across the globe all the way down to Australia.
This is not going to take 5 minutes.
No, it's going to take about 4 months.
So we're going to explore countries we've never been before, meet people we've never seen before, go on vehicles we've never travelled on before. So it's a massive voyage of discovery.
Well, Charlie, best of luck with it, and yeah, safe journey.
Well, I suppose I should give you a little tour around, actually. So this is the warehouse. This has been our London base for some of our expeditions. Over here, this is Ewan's bike, and this was the first trip that we did, long way round, which was from London to New York. Dakar bikes are just here. I did the Dakar Rally in '06, and then behind the Dakar bikes is Ewan's bike from Long Way Down, because Ewan and I always wanted to go through Africa together. So there's a lot of history here, you know. I'm going to my office now.
Which countries would excite you more?
I think India and Nepal sounds really good. Vietnam, Thailand. I've never been to Thailand.
Learn how to drive the bus,
Yeah.
learn how to helm the trawler, maybe catch fish as you go through.
And then it'd be nice to spend a night in Istanbul, you know, because I've never done that. And
It's a beautiful, beautiful city. I don't know where in Afghanistan is
well, you
safe.
probably go to Kabul. It's all a bit tricky around here, Afghanistan. What would be really interesting about this is that if we can get down and look at what's going on in Kandahar in the south and spend a bit of time with the soldiers. And then into Pakistan, we're going to take this bizarre buses and trucks that they have through there, which is going to be great, and hopefully through the Khyber Pass, if it's not too dangerous. Apparently, if Bin Laden is living anywhere, they reckon he's there.
In the Khyber Pass?
Around the Khyber Pass.
Really?
Yeah. So, might get an interview with him, that'd be cool. Eventually, we settle on our route, where I get to ride from my hometown in Ireland all the way down through Eastern Europe towards Turkey, over to Afghanistan, and then into Pakistan, India, China, Laos, Vietnam, Cambodia, Thailand, and then down through Australia to Sydney, by any means.
Well, it looks easy, doesn't it?
No, not really. Where's my office? I can't remember.
There's only 3 of us going.
Yeah.
Charlie, myself, and a cameraman.
Yeah.
Has that been decided yet?
Don't know yet.
Right, okay.
So we're actually testing another guy on Monday,
Right.
who we quite like. We need an all-rounder.
Hi, how you doing?
You all right?
Time no see.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I've travelled a lot before. I've done a hell of a lot of documentary filming abroad. I think around 55 countries to date. So, yeah, that's pretty good for what they want to do.
All the girls in the office quite fancy him, really.
If I had the choice of being called Crocodile Dundee or Indiana Jones, I'd be Indiana Jones. Cracking the whip.
We've hung out with him. He's been in the workshop now quite a lot, and equally important from our point of view, he's a character that I think we can get on with. By the way, we've confirmed Mungo.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
You happy with that?
Yeah. Lovely.
He's coming in tomorrow.
He's coming tomorrow.
1:30. Just if we're not here, it doesn't matter.
I spoke to him
but
last night. So.
Good. Oh, hello, Mungo.
Mungo!
How are you?
It's a bit far above our heads. Should we go?
Living for 4 months with Charlie and Russ is going to be a roller coaster ride, I think.
I'm sure that because there's just 3 of us living in each other's pockets for a long period of time, it almost becomes like a bit of a marriage, doesn't it?
Yeah, at times you have a great time and everything's fine and dandy, and then suddenly, you know, you can get tired, you can get hungry, you can be exhausted, and tempers fray and relationships are kind of stretched to their max.
We said we wouldn't talk about that, Russ.
We'll probably end up having arguments, for sure.
We might as well just cancel the whole thing. You know, the less people you have, the more options you have. So if you want to jump into a truck or jump into a car, there's only 3 of you. I want to start the project on motorbikes and then do some motorbikes in between and then finish on motorbikes. And I thought I'd have a bike built. So this is your shed?
This is the shed.
The shed.
Everything is done under this damp and wet roof.
I've been talking to these guys for a while and they're just the top-class builders. That goes here.
Because we can make it look like a real vintage leather.
Yeah, no, that'd be nice. And it's kind of a nice feeling to have something built that's sort of to your spec.
Very nicely set up there.
That's just fantastic.
We've got a lovely little side mount, which I thought you might like.
Ooh, I like that. Oh, look at that. Stop. It's like a little boy waiting for Christmas. I want to ride it now. I'm looking forward to loads of it, really. Borneo, we're going to go to Borneo, into the jungle, which is going to be great fun. It's just, you know, a dream come true, really.
You need to plan things before you go.
You can't spend 3 months in each country, so we've got to choose the really juicy stuff. I do everything myself.
If you ask Charlie to research all those things, it's sort of not in his character.
Oh, listen, OK. Could you hold on?
He's slightly dyslexic, I think, and, you know... Charlie and I have both agreed that we're not going to rush. But by changing transport, of course, all that planning of, like, what are we going to do in what country and how are we going to hand over and what time do we have to be there for that train to depart meant that we've got loads of deadlines.
That's if we're allowed in anywhere.
Bad news.
Oh, yeah.
We can't go through Afghanistan or Pakistan.
Over 500 people have been killed this year alone in violence linked to militants who are fighting for control of this region that borders Afghanistan.
Well, I think I'm very disappointed with that. I don't know. I'm not an expert on those areas, so...
Obviously, with the situation in Pakistan, the bomb having gone off yesterday, killing 40 people...
Mm-hmm. People like the Halo Trust are all very keen for us to come to Afghanistan, that they don't seem to see a problem there and that they can help out tremendously. They think it would be a good thing.
We're not necessarily saying we're going to go to war zones because, like, we're trying to prove a point or anything like that.
It's not about that, but it's about...
No, but I'm just saying we're not
but the whole point of it is about
by...
going to places where people haven't gone
well,
much anymore.
No one goes to Iran.
Can we go still through Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan?
Uzbekistan's not Uzbekistan, no.
Okay.
Not really.
Well, Iran is safe.
To be honest, that's a nightmare.
Yeah.
Well, I think that we should get visas for Iran and go... If it proves impossible to go this way, then I think Iran's a very good option. There's still a lot to learn about Iran.
What really infuriates me is when people say you can't do something. I really hate that. What's really odd is that we've all decided to go through Iran now, and it just seems that Iran is the safest place to go through at the moment, whereas a couple of years ago you'd never have said that, would you, really? The most fun I've had is learning how to ride and pilot different forms of transport.
Can we Captain Boorman?
We've just done this sailing course.
Just so that you guys have got a bit of wind awareness so that it builds up your knowledge. And it will also help the power boating and it will help the yachting.
Not even Charlie can capsize in this weather, eh?
Well...
Never say never.